tell you, it's high tech here. All right. Each of 5 gift bags contain X pencils. Tyler adds 3 more pencils to each bag. Altogether, the gift bags contain 20 pencils. Which equation is that? Write it in the chat. Do not hit enter. Which equation? Write it in the chat. Maybe the tape diagram will help you. Who needs more time? Hit enter. Good, we all thought it was the first one, pretty much. I think I had one person that said it was the second one.
The X.
Okay, x plus 3 times 5 equals 20. Okay? So now we're going to solve it. We have 2 options, just like we did yesterday. Okay? What do you think we're going to do first? What do you want to do first?
Add up all the 3s and subtract them.
Okay, add up all the 3's and subtract them. That makes sense. 3, 3, 3, 3, and 3 make 15. So let's go ahead and subtract that 15. So those go away. And then I
Do you
have
want us
to,
to draw the diagram?
if you want to. Okay? Now what are you going to do with that 5?
Multiply.
Multiply it by the 5.
Now think about what you're seeing now. Now you are left with now you have 5 boxes equals 5. I want to know what 1 box equals. Divide by 5. Okay.
Equals 1.
1. Okay. Is there another way to solve it? Do you see 5 boxes? Does each box have the same thing inside it? So could I take that 20 and divide it by 5 to find out what 1 box was worth? Alright, so what is 20 divided by 5? 4, so that means this box is worth 4. This one's going to be worth 4, this one, and this one. So something plus 3 is going to equal 4. What is that?
4 minus 3 equals 4.
So once again, we get x equals 1. We could add them all up and subtract first, all the constants. Those whole numbers or any number is called a constant because it has the same value all the time. So we can add up the constants and then subtract them from the total and then divide. Or we can divide and then find out what x is. Okay? So we got 2 choices. It doesn't matter which way we go first. Now, what does that 1 mean in this story? What does the solution 1, which makes this equation true, 1 plus 3 is 4, 4 times 5 is 20. What does that 1 mean?
Before he put in the extra 3 pencils, there were 1 pencil in each bag.
Excellent. Because X represents the original number of pencils in the bag, doesn't it? Okay, and it's important that you tell me before you put in the 3 pencils, or he initially had 1 pencil in the bag. Okay, you can't just say 1 pencil. That's not telling me the whole story. Okay, you gotta tell me when. All right, good. Now, what does this number represent? What does the 3 represent? Rachel?
How many they added?
The number of pencils he added. What does the 5 represent? Nevaeh? The 5 bags. Simone, what does the 20 represent?
The 20 represents the 20 pencils, right?
The total number of pencils he had, okay? What does X represent, Jasmine? DeLeon, what does X represent? Read the very first sentence. What does X represent?
How many?
What does the first sentence say?
Each of the 5 gift bags contains X pencils.
Okay. So is that pencils in the bag at the beginning? That's what X represents. Do you see it? Does it make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Why do we have plus?
Because he adds 3 more pencils.
He
to each
adds
bag.
3 more pencils. Why do we have multiplication?
Because there's 5 gift bags.
Because there's 5 gift bags, and every bag has the same thing in it, so we can just multiply by 5. All right. And we already talked about what is the solution and what does it mean. All right. Noah drew an equilateral triangle with side lengths of 5 inches. He wants to increase the length of each side by X inches so that the triangle is still equilateral and has a perimeter of 20 inches. What's an equilateral triangle?
A triangle with all the sides being the same.
Right, remember that prefix equi? It means equal, right? Okay, so equal sides, what's perimeter?
Outside of a shape.
Okay, distance around. All right, now I want you to close your eyes and I want you to think of an equilateral triangle with side lengths of 5. Got that in your mind? Tyler's gonna come along Noah's gonna come along and he's gonna draw it. Yours has 5, he's gonna increase his by X inches. And his perimeter will be 20. What equation matches that of the 2 I gave you? Put it in the chat. First equation or second equation? Who needs more time? Go. I don't remember what the second equation was.
It was
3.
Was it that one?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. That's the one you should get. Good. All right, now we're going to solve it. Does this look familiar? Can we do something similar? All right, what do we want to do first?
Subtract.
Divide 20 by 3.
Okay, she wants to divide 20 by 3. So 20 divided by 3 is 20 divided by 3. 3 goes into 20 6 times with 2 left over, so we'll say 6 2/3. So each box is worth 6 2/3. Okay, so now we know that something plus 5 is going to equal 6 2/3. What is that something? Something plus 5 is going to equal 6 2/3.
1 and 2.
1 2/3. So X is going to equal 1 2/3. All right, let's try it the other way. How many 5s do you see? 3. That makes 15, right? So we're going to take 15 away here. Take 15 away here, we've got 5. So now we're going to take 5 and we're going to divide it by 3. This whole thing equals 5. It's divided into 3 groups. Does that give me 1 2/3 again? Yes. Doesn't matter which way we go, we get the same thing. All right. What does that 1 2/3 mean? Haley.
1 2/3 means 0 he added
Very good. He added 1 2/3 what? Inches. Noah increased the length of each side by 1 2/3 inches. Okay? What does the 3 mean? Why do we have 3?
Because there's 3 sides.
3 sides to a triangle. Good. Samantha, why do we have 5? That was the original length or the new length? That was the original length. Why do we have 20 to mark? What's 20 in this problem?
The answer, but the overall total that we have to have.
And what is that total called in this problem?
Perimeter.
That's the perimeter. What does the X represent? Natalie?
The length of each side that was increased.
Okay. Why is it multiplied? Remember, if there's nothing there, this is multiplied. Why is it multiplied?
Because there's 3 sides.
There's 3 sides and each side is the same, so it's gonna get multiplied. All right. Why is this plus?
Because he added.
He added X onto it, right? Okay. All right, we are ready for the practice problems. Problem number 1. Here are some prices customers paid for different items at a farmer's market. Find the cost for 1 pound of each item. I'll be happy to let you use your calculators if you would like. In the chat, tell me how much it costs for 1 pound of apples if I paid $5 and bought 4 pounds. In the chat, tell me how much. Do not hit enter. Who needs more time? All right, hit enter. Only 2 people? You didn't say you needed more time. Okay, I'm going to tell you that this answer is wrong. Why is that answer wrong? Or is it right? Rachel, I saw your hand go up.
Isn't 4 supposed to be divided by 5 now? So
What do we want to go to 1?
we want the pound to go to 1.
Okay, so it doesn't matter which way I write. If I write it $5 because that came first over 4 pounds because that came second, or if I write it 4 pounds over $5. And the neat thing about this is if it doesn't matter as long as you think about what do you want to go to 1. You said you wanted the pounds to go to 1, right? So in this case, the 1 would be on top. We are being asked for that value right there. So how do I get from 4 to 1? Divide by 4, so I'm going to take 5 and divide it by 4. Okay. Here, what am I going to do? How do I get from 4 to 1? Divide by 4, so what am I going to do here? Divide by 4. So that works as well. Okay. So when you do that, what does your calculator say? Do 5 divided by 4.
1.25.
Okay, so why am I saying that's wrong?
You have to put $1.25.
Nice.
The money sign. Is 1 2500ths the same value is $1.25.
Yes.
Money sign.
No. 1.25 is a number. $1.25 is money. I know some of you did, some of you didn't. I'm talking to the people that didn't. Okay? I wasn't talking to you, you did it. All right. Is there another way to solve this? Go back to that very first week of school. Well, actually, the second week, when we did scale. You don't remember that? All right. Let's say I have dollars in pounds. I have 5 here and 4 here. What do I want to go to 1? I want the pounds to go to 1. What do I do to 4 to make it turn into 1? Divide it by 4 or multiply it by 1/4. They're the exact same thing. So what am I going to do here? Divide by 4. There's using scale. Okay. Could we use COP? Yep. Okay, as long as we made the pounds go to 1. That would have to be your X column. Okay? All right. $3.50 for half a pound of cheese in the chat. Do not hit enter. Tell me how much I pay per pound. Put it in the chat.
$7.
I want it in the chat. I want everybody to have an opportunity to answer. Get on Zoom. And you were right. Okay, hit enter. That is wrong. What did you forget?
Dollar sign.
Dollar sign. And it always goes in front. You could have written that, or you could have written that. Either one works. Okay? All right. Turn off the volume, please. Thanks. I don't want to hear myself. $8.25 for 1.5 pounds of coffee beans. How much did I pay per pound? You may use a calculator, I don't care. Once you got an answer, put it in the chat, but do not hit enter. Think about the different ways we solved the first one, and maybe that'll help you solve this one. Math is all about patterns. Who needs more time? Okay, I'll wait. Math doesn't have to be done fast. Good, Rachel? To Mark, are you ready? I'll wait for you. Did you put it in the chat? Are you ready, Jahan? Okay. All right, hit enter. Ooh.
It's supposed to be.
Why is that wrong?
You forgot the 0.
Because you forgot the 0 to make it $5.50. You always have to add the 0 when
Yep.
you have the money.
You want me to spell your name right?
Yes.
You get mad when I spell it wrong?
Not really.
Especially her last name. I have to look it up every single time. I had that same problem growing up, so don't. It's just,
Everybody does it.
it's just the life of having a weird last name. Okay, money wants to be written the right way too. Okay, and like the person said, I don't remember who said it, money is always to the hundredths place. So if your calculator says 5.5, you gotta add the 0. Okay? All right, $6.75 for 3/4 pounds of fudge. I've said this 3 times today, and I think I really want some fudge. How much am I paying per pound? Put it in the chat. Thank you, Skylar. I haven't learned all of your voices yet.
Dollar sign.
That's okay, Jahan. Okay, hit enter. Woohoo! I got me some mathematicians. Okay, pumpkin. $5.50 for 6 1/4 pounds of pumpkin. How much did I pay per pound? Whoops. That worked well. Are you okay? Yes. Okay. I hate when that happens. All right, who needs more time? Hit enter. All right. Tell me the difference between that and that. Or are they the same? Haley.
Cents is if it's less than $1, and that is $sign.
Are these the same value? This is less than a penny.
Oh,
How would I say 1 cent?
1.
1 cent. So what is 0.88? Is that 88 of them, or is that less than 1?
Less.
If
That's
you want-
less
if you
than
want
one.
it to
So
be
it would just be
88
88
cents.
cents.
Right. If you want to write it as cents, you're going to have to write it as 88, and you can use that symbol, 88 cents. But if you write it using the dollar sign, you have to write it
Like that.
like that. It's less than $1. It's 88 hundredths of $1. How many pennies are in $1? 100. So that's 88 pennies, which is cents. Okay, you got to be careful of that. Get where I'm coming from? Okay. Goodness, that's a mess. Does anybody need time to copy that mess? Hopefully you've got it written down. Anybody at home need time? All right. Okay, without a calculator now, find the product of A. Put it in the chat. Do not hit enter. You got 30 seconds.
Miss Laird,
Yeah.
DeMarcus raising his hand in Zoom.
Yeah, I see it. I know he doesn't need me. He's sitting right in front of me. At least I don't think he does. Do you, DeMarc? Is there a reason you got your hand up on Zoom?
I didn't do those.
Okay, not a problem. Okay, who needs more time? Hit enter. Woohoo! Negative 8/15. Why is it negative?
Since they're different signs.
Because a positive times a negative equals a negative.
Awesome. Okay, do B. You've got 10 seconds. Go. Hit enter. Why did I only give you 10 seconds? Tell me about those two fractions. Rebecca?
Because it's both the same thing.
They're opposites.
Oh, they're not opposites.
Because you're both putting the same numbers on the top and the bottom. So it's
Okay, ignoring the sign, are they flipped of each other? And what's that flip called?
reciprocal.
They're reciprocals of each other. Technically, they're not because one is negative and one is positive. But if you figure out the sign first and you're looking at reciprocals, it's going to be 1. Okay? That's why I only gave you 10 seconds. All right, you got 10 seconds to do C. Go. Five more seconds. Hit enter. Okay, why were you able to do it so fast, Skylar?
Because if it's negative 2 and 39, and you're multiplying it by 39, and it's basically would be 39 if you have the 2, so you can just do -2.
Okay, can somebody explain it different? DeLeon, how did you think of it? Same way she did?
Yes.
Rebecca?
Since then they're on the top, you can probably like switch them around, and then 39/39 is 1, and then there's 2.
Oh, I didn't even think about doing that. Multiplication is commutative, so I could switch to 39 and put it over there. 39/39 is 1, and that would leave me with -2. I didn't even think about that. That proves what I do. I turn it into that, numerator to the denominator cancel each other out.
That's what I do.
And they cancel each other out because they're really 1. Okay? Oh, I liked your explanation, Rebecca. Never thought of doing that. Thank you. Anybody think of it different? No? Okay. Last one, D. I'll give you 30 seconds for this one. Who needs more time? Hit enter. Awesome. Oops, somebody didn't reduce. Okay, always reduce if you can. -3/10, -6/20 just needs to be reduced. Okay, good. Anybody need more time? All right. Turn that off. For the next one. Okay, we got 2 stories, we got 2 equations, and we're going to solve both of them. First story, a family buys 6 tickets to a show. They each also spend $3 on a snack. They spend $24 on the show. Which equation? Put in the chat either 1 or 2. Decide whether it's 1 or 2. Oops. Who needs more time? Okay, I'll give you more time. A family buys 6 tickets to a show. They also each spend $3 on a snack. They spend $24 on the show. Good? Hit enter. Good. It is 2. All right. How would we draw that? What does this mean? Rachel's my expert at this. What does this mean?
There's 6 groups of 7 plus 9, or X plus 9.
Okay, there are 6 groups. That's okay, I knew what you meant.
Where did I get
Where did I get 7 from?
Jeez. Where did I get 7?
Well, you know, hey,
Happens to
happens to us. We get all tongue-tied. All right, is that the tape diagram? Oh, we know how to solve that. You got 2 options. Haley, what option would you like to try?
Divided by 6.
Okay, so 24 divided by 6 gives us 4. So each block is worth 4. So what does x equal?
1.
X equals 1. All right, so we answered that question. What does x represent in this equation? What is x in this story?
1.
I know it's 1, but what does it relate to in the story? What does it represent in the story?
Money, like what each person has to pay to get into the show.
Cost of 1 ticket. Okay, so what does x represent? Cost of one ticket. Maybe I ought to write cost instead of money. You know, I always write TIX for ticket.
cost per 1 ticket.
That's what x represents. Look up there. How many tickets did they buy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We could eat
What does the 3 represent?
They, spent $3 on snacks.
That represents the snacks that got added because it's an additional cost, okay? And we found the solution to be 1. So what does 1 mean in this story?
It's gonna be $1 for the
Okay? The ticket cost. $1.
That's still just the first one.
That's just the first one. That's the family. And then we're gonna answer all those questions for Diego when she got that written down. Good job. Could we have solved it by doing 3 times 6, got 18 and subtracted it from 24? That would leave us with 6 and then divided 6 by 6 and got 1? Mm-hmm. Okay, who needs more time? Mark does, he's writing madly, he's good. Okay, everybody good? Samantha, are you good? All right. Diego, he's got some juice again today. He's got 24 ounces, but today he is pouring equal amounts for each of his 3 friends, and then he adds 6 more ounces for each. Which equation? That should be easy. Is it the first one? Yes. Okay. Why 3?
He's bringing it up to 3 friends.
He's giving it to 3 friends, so if I draw the tape diagram, how many boxes am I gonna do? 3.
X plus 6 in each box.
X plus 6 in each box, because he started out with
24.
some, and then he ended up with adding 6, and he has a total of 24. There's our equation. What does X represent? Mark?
He poured for himself.
He didn't pour any for himself.
Not one for himself.
The amount he poured for his friends?
His friends, please.
When? At the end or at the beginning? Doesn't he do 2 things? Okay, so I need to know, is it the amount he poured initially? Or is it the amount
What, the 3?
initially? Okay, because he poured in another 6, right? Okay, it's X isn't the total amount each of them got. X is the amount they started with, okay? So X represents ounces they
That's for B.
started with. That's B. A is that one. All right, let's find the solution. What do we want to do first, Leon? What do you see? What do you see up there on the tape diagram?
X plus 6 3 times.
X plus 6 3 times. So if I have blocks, and I have those 3 blocks that have the same thing inside them, and those 3 blocks equal 24, how can I figure out what 1 block equals?
Divided.
Divide by 3, right? Okay, so what is 24 divided by 3? 8. So each box is 8. Well, if each box equals 8, is that the answer? Is X equal 8? Nope. Something plus 6 equals 8.
So subtract 6.
So what is our something?
2.
2. Okay, I don't want to solve it that way. I want to solve it the other way. Haley, what are you going to do? That's what we just did.
Yeah,
What's
add
the,
6 3 times and then subtract 18.
right, so you're gonna take 6 3 times, cause those are our constants. 6, 6, and 6 make 18. We're gonna do 24 minus 18. That's going to give us 6. And then we have 3 boxes, so now we're gonna do 6 divided by 3, and that's gonna give us the same 2. Good. Y'all are solving these, and you didn't even realize it. You're reasoning through it. All right, what does the 2 mean in this story? Nevaeh. So they started with two ounces. Way to go. I think you just did the goals for today's lesson. Did you create a tape diagram that has parentheses in it? Did you create the equation, figure out the equation that goes with a story? Okay, did you solve?
Yeah.
Okay, are you able to tell me what the solution means in terms of the story? Okay, you just did the goals for today.
Yippee.
Anybody need more time? Nope, okay. Woohoo, let's jump up and down. All right. Here is a diagram and its corresponding equation. Find the solution to the equation and explain your reasoning. Well, you just told me you could do everything that was in our goals. Do it. Put in the chat what x equals. We've been either dividing first or taking all the constants and subtracting them first. Who needs more time? Okay, I will gladly wait. Math is not a race. The best mathematicians take a long time to solve a problem. We good? Yes, Rachel? We good? Okay, hit enter. Yay! X equals 3. Awesome. Who would like to share their reasoning? Jahan.
I added all of them together,
Okay.
and I subtracted 6.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was 18 left, so I divided the 18 by 6, and I got 3.
Okay, awesome. Anybody else do it different and would like to share their reasoning? Haley.
I divided 24 by 6.
Okay, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. So you got what?
And got 4.
4 for each one of these, okay?
And then subtracted 1.
Okay, so 4 minus 1 equals 3. Way to go.
I just thought of what multiplication equals 24.
Okay, you went 6 times 1 equals 24 and you got 4. Uh-huh. And is that basically what she did when she divided it?
Yeah.
Okay, she's coming up with what is that 6 times what equals 24.
Is that the last practice problem?
No, we had 2 more. All right. Below is a set of data about temperatures. The range of a set of data is the distance between the lowest and the highest value in the set. Distance. What is the range of these temperatures? The distance between the lowest and the highest. What is the range? Put it in the chat.
Just write the number or?
Just write me the range. I wanna know what is the range. You can't put degrees, it's okay, just put it in there. It should be degrees Celsius, I'll give you that. Okay, who needs more time? Hit enter. I got 25, 27, and 17, okay? What's the smallest number?
-5.
-3.
-5.
Think of a number line, what's the smallest number?
-5.
-5, that's the coldest temperature up there. What's the hottest temperature up there? 22. So we're going to do -5 minus 22. What does that give me?
27.
No, it gives me -27. Is that the right answer?
No, distance is always positive.
Distance is always positive. So we would take the absolute value. So the answer is 27 degrees Celsius. Hopefully the ones that you got wrong was just a calculation error. Or you picked up the wrong numbers maybe. Okay? Questions? All right. Now we have the last one. The store is having a 25% off sale on all shirts. Show 2 different ways to calculate the sale price for a shirt that normally costs $24. What is the story about? A shirt. What do we count? What can we count or measure?
25%.
25% off or added?
Off.
Off.
$24.
And it was originally 24. Okay. What do we want to know?
We wanna know
Two
the
different
sale
ways
price.
to find what 25% off is.
Well, no, what is it they're asking us to find? They're asking us to find the
Sale price.
sale price. Okay. Give me a strategy, Rebecca. What you were just saying is a great strategy. Go ahead.
Double number one. I forgot what was saying.
Okay.
What was it?
Anybody got a strategy while she tries to think what she was saying?
Should we do tape diagram?
All right, let's try tape diagram. In this case, the whole box is 100%, and that's the original. Is there a percent of increase or a percent of decrease?
Decrease.
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 It's decreasing by 25%. So what is this block for? 75%. Where's Y gonna be? 75%, 25% of the whole thing? 75, because we wanna know the sale price. Okay, if we wanted to know the discount, we would have done 25. Okay, what is the 24? Is that X or Y?
That's X.
That's X, that's what it cost originally, that's the 100%. So Y is what percent of X? Y is 75% of X. Take out your handy dandy calculator.
18.
Hmm?
I'm pretty sure it's 18.
18? So the sale price is $18. There's one way to do it.
No, another way.
Go, tell me another way.
So, well, this is the way that I would do it.
Okay.
So 25% is equal to 1/4. So I did 1/4 of 24, which is 6, and then I did 24 minus 6, which is 18.
1/4 of 24 equals 6. 24 minus 6 equals 18. Is that what you said? You talk faster than I can write,
Yes.
but I can live with that. Okay? Somebody come up with another way. Well, if you take 1/4 off, how many fourths are you paying for?
B-fourths.
3/4. Could I just take 3/4 of 24 and get 18?
Yeah.
Sure.
We could even do a double number line.
Okay, I subtracted in the front instead of in the back. All right, a double number line you said?
I don't care.
Okay, we've got 100%. You told me it's a decrease. It's decreasing by 25%.
So it'll be 75.
So it's at 75. That's Y. That's X. We know that's 24. And there's your equation right there.
Yep.
Any other ways?
Yes.
What?
We can do 25%. I think that's what I did. 25%. Wait, no. 24 subtract 25%, which will equal 18.
Okay, you're using a calculator, are you?
Yes.
Okay. I would prefer that you not use the percent key because the percent key doesn't work the same on all calculators. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Sometimes it'll find the percent the correct way when you're subtracting, and sometimes it won't. Okay? If you want to find 25% of 24 and then do that, your of means to multiply. You can put that in the calculator. That's going to give you 6, and then you know you have to do 24 minus 6. Okay, I just don't want you to get used to doing it that way, then you get handed a different calculator and it doesn't do its thing. Look at all those ways. Pick 2 of them that make sense to you and write them down. We got some wonderful mathematicians in here. Y'all are really doing well.
When you write a percent, you can put the 0 in front of it, so it could be like 0.25, and then you can multiply it by 24.
Okay, we didn't write that one down. So we could do this and then subtract what we get here from here. By the same token, could I do 0.75 times 24?
Yep.
And I would automatically get
18. You would have to do
$18.
that
I took care of the subtraction with the percent instead of with the dollars. Either way works. Thank you. I don't know who said that, but that's another way. Who said it?
I think
Skylar said it.
Skylar said it, okay. All right, do you have 2 ways written down? Anybody need more time? Because that is a mess. But we all know what everything means, right? All right, next steps. Upload your picture of your practice problems onto that Google slide. You have an independent quizzes to do. It's called Equations and Tape Diagrams. If you had signed up for my class, it should be listed in your assignments. If not, I put the link for the code. You need to have 2 lessons completed for Imagine Math and complete the lesson 6 slides and activities before class on Thursday. Tomorrow you have a CPA.
Can we go ahead and leave Zoom?
You can leave Zoom. Have a great day.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye, Miss Leonard.
Bye.
That's right.